Well, hello.
Hey.
I need to get the music to fade down because I'm still like dancing and then the music stops, like cuts right off.
Totally.
But we already have lots of people that joined early.
I love it.
Yes. So those with the StreamYard, it doesn't pull in like your faces like on Facebook, but it definitely, at least everything's there. I know last month we had issues even last week, and that was a tech and tools thing going on. But I was in Facebook timeout because one of the pages I managed was unpublished for, whatever the reasons they do that. So I wasn't able to even comment, or I was only allowed to comment. So I think that's why it wasn't going. And it's even last week, the KV Core class, it worked. And the other groups, just not tech and tools. So I've completely disengaged it from StreamYard and I'm putting it back in. Love seeing all of the familiar faces.
Guys, it's like familiar faces and old friends. Like, I love it. People we haven't seen in a while. Hey, Bill. Yeah, Bill, it is Bill. Oh my gosh. Hi.
Mo, I'm going to go visit her one day and we're going to go jeeping in Colorado. It is on my bucket list. Ooh. I am working on getting a fifth wheel so we can all go. I'm like waiting. Oh, in upstate New York.
There you go. I have your shirt for you, darling.
Upstate New York. I'm not sure who that is. My family, every summer, we had a couple places, bed and breakfast in Old Forge, and then in Inlet, New York, upstate New York. Spent every summer up there always.
I love this. This is great. Well, this is a really exciting class because it was really, really hard for me to pick just a couple graphics because I have so many for the holidays.
Well, and you are, I know for sure, a Halloween freak. And maybe, and I know that is, well, I've always known that Halloween's always like your creativity just goes through the roof as soon as Halloween hits.
It is my favorite one to do my crazy designs with. Honestly, it's the best, like, how do I say it? Like filling my tank for creativity is Halloween. It sets me up.
And now that I moved from Florida to Tennessee, I'm all about the fall.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in the country, so it's not like we get trick or treat.
You guys have like haystacks, like even Georgia and Tara's area. Oh my God, they had like haystacks and pumpkins and mums out. Their mums were like dying. It was so cute.
Well, and my last name is Holliday, so every day is a holiday. I love the holidays. I'm loving fall. Christmas has always been my huge thing. It is hard to write. And there's always is it Christmas? Is it holiday? And I like holiday, but because I am a
holiday with Heather Holliday. There you go.
Every day is a holiday. So I have no problems with the holiday thing at all. But I love the holidays, but now the only thing that gets decorated spooky, or I guess, is my Jeep. So because everything is fall decor, and I never had that in Florida at all. So I know it's been 4 years now, but I don't know, like we didn't decorate for fall. Like it was all
always Halloween
stuff, and we had all the trick-or-treaters and all of that. I live in the country, and unless a cow is going to come to ring my doorbell, nothing's going to happen. So bummed on that, but we do have like corn mazes and stuff that I've never done, which that's pretty cool. And they're scary ones. And I can literally sit at the exit where they come out, chasing people out of those corn mazes with chainsaws. And I could sit there all night. We were just talking about that with the kids this weekend, because my son, and he's 22, and he couldn't believe I didn't get scared. And I was like, no, your dad and I, like, we were kind of looking through the maze and I could see their feet and know they were coming out. So we were trying to scare them. And then the guy with the chainsaw, I just he comes running up and I'm like, you're so awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Are you getting tips? Blah, blah, blah. And he got so bummed. He just put his head down and then like walked away. So I don't know, like, I think he was bummed I didn't get scared, but know what a good job he was doing.
But you know, that brings up a really good point as to like you could go do these fall activities and then post about them on your social media, whether it's a reel or something like that, just to be like the resource of the area of all things, whatever the holiday is.
Ooh, that's a good idea because I know one of my favorite things to do for like the Christmas time is I always do blogs. There are websites. So I do research on where all the Christmas lights are, you know, what to do with the kids and all of that kind of stuff. And I never thought about that. I
Yeah.
know we do like Fall Fest, but that's way different in Florida than up here because we do have so many corn mazes, stuff that's family friendly during the day. But yeah, I should go back and it's like some dead man something or another that's really popular up here. But that I should do that. I should do that because our
It would
pastime
be
in
huge.
Florida was Halloween Horror Nights was every year. That's
Right.
the only time we would go to. I know you're like the whole Disney queen. I can't stand Disney. Sorry, don't hate me. But I like Halloween Horror Nights because it's at night. It's not as hot. There's no kids. The kids can go do whatever they want to do, and we'll go. You know, we have to have the fast pass. Don't even bother if you don't.
No, not for those haunted houses. But there's so much. So there's a person I follow down here that I really, really like. And it's like their whole series is real unique finds in South Florida. And because the holidays are coming up, there's like we have Santa's Enchanted Forest that shifts for Halloween and is like some other Halloween thing. There's so many different things you could do. Even our major Broward County Parks and Recreations does a huge thing of like hay rides and campfires and stuff like that. So there's so much you could do with that. And I really want to, I don't have a seller now that would be open to it, but I would really love to do like a haunted house, like Brokers Open, or like just an open house in general, like something really like cool.
It was, and speaking of that, because this time of year is great for that. So I was working with an agent last week. He got a new, like really, $1 million property, trying to think of, ways to get it out there. And I'm like, definitely like even a broker open because it was $1 million listing and to have a theme. So what I can do this year, which I didn't do last year, I should have listened to my son when he told me about it forever ago, because I went to ChatGPT and I asked it for some themed ideas for broken. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe all of the cool ideas. So he ran with it, and that's what he's going to do for the broker open. But
that would be huge. And then like imagine, okay, here's where the creativity is starting to spiral. Imagine if there was like 3 or 4
ADHDs that love holidays talking about holiday marketing. Sorry, everyone.
So imagine if there's like 3 or 4 listings in the neighborhood. You could do like a trick or treat, like combined Brokers Open or open house with them. It'd be so cute.
Like a trunk or treat, but trunk or treat, or I'm sure there's, I don't know. I'm so bad with words, and maybe I'm just getting lazy because I just go to ChatGPT and ask it for ideas, and then all of a sudden, like all these great ideas. I think he ended up going with a pumpkin theme that there was instead of, he didn't want it to be scary. Like Clinton, what he does with his office.
Yeah, his house is crazy.
The office was like incredible last year. So I can't wait to see what they do. I know our office every single year we do the whole Halloween, and we have door decoration contests. So there's all these different.
We used to do that. We did. So Brokers, I'm glad you brought that up. So Brokers, we would do for the agents a gift card of whatever we chose that year. Sometimes it would be like a half month off rent or something really cool. I mean, that's really cool too, but you know what I mean. And we would do decorate your door. Like I bought those plastic googly eyes for my door one year just to get everyone excited to do it. And then what we also used to do in an office in Boca I was with, we would do trick-or-treating in the office for like the agents' kids or really good clients. And they would just go to everyone's office door and trick-or-treat. It was really cute. I loved it.
I was amazed at the talent of, I remember one, it was like a whole team, and they did a whole photo shoot of themselves as like zombies, and they put it all together, kind of screen printed, and the clever play on words that people came up with. It's always fun. Just, yes, I could go to the dollar store and just get a wrap,
Right.
but the ideas of what agents would actually do. And I mean, we would have like a whole zombie row of just all these things. Like you have to like weave in and out of this long hallway. And then we would have spooktacular luncheon, and all the food would be in like a Halloween theme. And we would do the same thing for Easter. The day after Easter, everybody has all these eggs. So we would have an egg extravaganza, and all the plates were like all this egg stuff. But the Halloween was always fun because you would have all the like the meat and cheese platter, and it's like someone would have like a skeleton head or
Yeah.
chicken head, and it's like throwing up, or I don't even know. Just so many fun, different creative things that we can do on an office, on an agent. Even I love, I think last year, and I'm horrible at movies, it's The Witches. What was the one that finally, Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus.
So Hocus Pocus, and a lot of theaters have even the old school movies that play. So you rent the theater and you make it a client appreciation theme, and you get your favorite, lender, title company, whatever, to help chip in. And you have like a whole popcorn bar, and it's a family friendly event. You have all this fun stuff. So there's just so many things. I know a lot of agents do the pop buys and stuff like that as well. But there's so many marketing ideas, not just social media, it's
totally.
Across the board. There's snow. Oh no, snow.
No snow.
I'm not ready for snow.
So I have a list of some Halloween ones I'd love to share. I actually have one for all. I have a list for each holiday. Okay, Heather Holiday. If I love that this class is such a play on your name. That I'd like to just like say real quick, and then we can I don't know. I just want to get it out there so you guys can get those creative juices flowing. And I'm going to say this because I say it every single time. If you say you're not creative, you are creative. You just have not built those neural pathways yet. It is a science. There is a proven method to it. And creativity is one of those things that is absolutely endless. I promise you, once you start creating those neural pathways, you will never run out of them. So here's my short list. Haunted house open tours. That would be really cool, which we talked about. I could totally do that. A ghoulish giveaway. Okay, so last year speaking of Hocus Pocus, there was like this dog in a ghost outfit. And it was like the old school, like plastic plug-in, like lights up thing. And he's like, it has holding like a little pumpkin. Well, it was in the movie. They used it as a prop in the new movie of Hocus Pocus. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign. I have to get it. They sold out by the time I got back to Target. And I was very disappointed. So yeah, that was a very popular thing that if I had 10 of them, I could have given them away to clients and run a thing. Like 13 nights of Halloween, like Freeform does. Now it's 31 nights, but you could do like 13 giveaways or something like that. 13 ghoulish giveaways. A trick-or-treat open house. A costume party. You could do a ghostly Instagram stories. So I know like some of y'all live in areas that have a ton of history. You could totally utilize like historical features of a house or something like that. And this one I really like just because,
I'm up here by this brushy mountain that's all haunted.
That would be really cool. Ooh. And then my other favorite one is a zombie apocalypse survival guide. Like think about the listings you have and like how would you utilize them during a zombie apocalypse? Could be a thing.
Or just even play on words for a normal like buyer or seller guide.
But yes. That'd be a really good idea. So that's what I got.
I was trying to look through. I have like my list over here. Most of mine, I think, are Christmassy that we haven't already spoken about. I do love definitely with whether it's your website, social media, reels, carousels, whatever it may be. I always like to do events. So
Yeah.
we have lots of fall events that are going on. If there are haunted houses, where are those located? The same as with Christmas, when are the parades? Just like 4th of July, any of those holidays. To me, I want my website to be a resource of information, not just where someone would go to, look for houses. I want it to be front and center. It's searchable. It's going to help build my page up. It's something, I do the post on my website. It gives me content for social media, also my newsletters. All roads lead back to my website. All of that kind of stuff. I've got cornfields. Let's see.
I saw that. That looks really good. That would be a cool one to utilize.
And
oh my God, dress up like a scarecrow in your cornfields. You could totally be like the moving scarecrow and like jump out at people maybe.
So my husband, I'll be out of town. My husband signed up to they have like this huge fall jam where we go do our riding side by side stuff. So because he's all alone, they don't have that many individuals. So he was it's either Sasquatch or this other one that they're doing, which I had never seen this movie. I don't watch a lot of scary movies.
Same.
Babadook, which
never heard of it.
I had never heard of it. I ended up buying it on Amazon
either, so
to watch it, and I thought it was, I don't know who, whatever. It's like this whole book thing, and the guy kind of looks like a scarier version of Edward Scissorhands. So that's what we had to. I was able to find the costume on Amazon. Good, thank goodness. But I mean, there's lots of fun things that add all of that information. Put that out there. It doesn't take that much at all to put together something, or if you have an assistant, make sure you're putting that stuff out there and be in the know. Even better is if you're going to all of these places doing many videos. Now I need to go.
Here's the thing. Charge up your stuff, get it ready to go.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, where's my little, I don't know. I have they're all over the place. My little DJ Osmo things, whatever, everywhere.
Love it. So I will say this for anyone out there who's watching this and is like, video is so intimidating. I encourage you to download this app, try it for free before you pay for it. I tell everyone that because if you're not going to utilize it, it doesn't make sense to pay for something. But Video Leap, LEAP, they have implemented all of these really, really cool templates where it says how many clips to add. And you can, let's say hypothetically, you have 5 different 4 to 6 second video clips of somewhere you're out and about. You line them up. The effects are already done for you and the music is already done for you. So it's just plugging and playing around with the clips. I will give this one tip for that app that I find a little flustering, but I feel like it's only a matter of time before they fix the logistics of it, is everything you record has to be vertical. Because if you do it this way, landscape, or if your vertical photo is a little too wide, it will crop it off. And the editing options for each individual clip is not great with scaling it back down to size. So be mindful when you're recording that you have some space on each side and it's dead center vertical.
And I love, I haven't, I think I pay for it, but I don't use it nearly like you do. But I think it's in one of my paid, oh yeah, I'm paying for a lot of stuff, but I'm going to use it. So I'm not going to.
It's great. And you can actually get a bulk package subscription now for that one and 3 other apps. So you can get 3 of the apps, and I use all of them so much. They're my favorite app developer. So that might be something to play around with. And then I have a ton of graphics. I have a couple I could show y'all if you want. Of just,
I'm sure they would love that.
Simple Halloween things that I've done. And Halloween is the one thing, Heather will say, that once my mind gets going, it just does not run out of options.
Well, I'm loving your shirts.
Thanks. Me too. Oh, I can't wait for the holidays. And then I made this graphic that I put in the Your Creative Hustle group we have. And I was like, I've had 3 people tell me that it needs to be a shirt. So that's going to become a shirt.
I say that at least once a week. I don't say the one word, but I do
mine. Well, you know me.
I'm it's the same same thing. But
Right,
yes,
you're not a magician.
always.
You're a realtor. Like,
Yes.
all right, so I'm going to share my screen. I've got a couple of these just to help spark your creativity going. This one I just posted in the Your Creative Hustle group, and as you see, is it's like loading. Let me minimize this. This is it not? I don't think I did this right. Share the tab instead. There we go. Okay. Because it was not working like the last time.
Is it Video Leap or Photo Leap?
Video Leap. So Photo Leap is a different one they have. If you decide you want to utilize them, that's a really, really great one to use for listings. I use it a lot to like change the sky if the sky is dark outside, or to add like a rainbow over water or something. It's a good one. So here is one that I made, and this is pretty much just with like a background and elements that I placed to give it a feel of a neighborhood. You literally go to elements and you search like Halloween. And well, I was looking for Halloween music earlier, and there's like a ton of stuff that pops up. So you can get as creative or as little creative as you want to with this. Oh no, I just lost it all because I did it that way. Just kidding. Let's come back here.
I did try the Magic Studio this morning, and I just typed in like Halloween for real estate. I liked the sayings it gave. I did not like the graphics at all.
I haven't tried it yet. I've been a little afraid that it'll annoy me or I won't get the information right. So this
was okay because it did come with it tried to do graphics, but I did not. I mean, I like the sayings, and that's all I need. And it gave
perfect. Yeah.
It was like, I wouldn't do the graphics, but.
So this one's literally just a stock image where I put a sign and then I made the sign spooky. So this, like, it's super simple. It's just a graphic and I added the sign with like these little things, and now it's a haunted house. Another app that I use that's really, really fun is, I have to get to it over here. It's called Motion Leap. Motion Leap is where you can take a picture and make it move. So I guess I have to, hold on. How do I escape? Play. There we go. And I added sound to this one. Oh my gosh, why does it do that? I don't like that it does that. Here we go.
I remember this one.
Yeah, and this is literally just this one is just a stock image where I put it in my phone. This graphic is 100% done on my phone. It took me maybe 10 minutes. And I added a spider web because Motion Leap has spooky elements, and then they have fun elements for the holidays like Christmas lights and Christmas trees and stuff. And I just added the birds. I added the curtains, the ghost, and this, and it was done. And then you just,
I like that though. But you do a lot. And I thought you always used more of the Video Leap, but I do love this. I don't remember the Motion Leap.
Yeah, Motion Leap is really great for taking images and just adding to them. Oh, this was one if you asked me to make this again, I can't tell you how I made it. But
I don't like that thing on the screen. I can't look.
The spider. Sorry, spider.
I can't do it.
Okay, we're gonna stop. Sorry. But you know what's crazy is that video on Instagram Reels had 10,000 views. It's just, I'm like, that is insane. 10,000 views. And
I feel any of my reels where I am using spooky type of music is way more than any other time of year. And I have that. All I did was basically do a before and after of my Jeep to spooky music. And it still gets likes from a year ago. And it's almost like I want to take it down because there's so many crazy people. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. And like, this is freaking me out just a little bit. But it's crazy. And I'm like, all it is me walking around my Jeep with all these skeletons and skeletal ducks. You know, if you're a Jeeper, you know what that means. Yeah. And now I have unicorns and cats. And I mean, but that's all it was. But I believe it was just trending Halloween music took what is a normal video that I would, I don't really pay much. I just do it more for myself. Like I'm not it's just my stuff. I
Yeah.
don't hashtag anything. I don't really care. It's more for me. I like Instagram more as like a photo album that's live. So I don't really care if anyone's looking at it or not. But that one kind of freaked me out because the amount of views. I mean, into spring, it was like every day I would see all the likes in my notifications. And I'm like,
It's crazy.
who are you?
And
Like,
I'm glad you said trending videos or audio too, because I actually have, so I save audios in a saved folder on Instagram. And I just did one that was really popular last year about like your ghost outfit. And it was just like a Your Creative Hustle shirt that I had made. And they were like, well, if you died today, just remember what you wear could be your ghost outfit. And it did fairly well. Like I wasn't anticipating it because it's not a trending audio right now. I mean, maybe it is, but when I posted it like a week ago, it wasn't. And I was just kind of like, huh, that's really cool. Very interesting. It's very interesting. You got to look at like experimenting with this stuff. I mean, I could talk about Halloween the whole time, but I'm sure you don't want to. So
it's fun. Well, I don't get much Halloween other than, now I do have all the I have all the blow ups that match all the decorations on the Jeep, so we can do the Jeep retreat, whatever.
Jeep retreat. Oh my gosh, there has to be a real estate play of words for that too.
Well, they have all the trunk or treats, and you can do so much with any holiday for sure. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a thing. I'm trying to. Oh, I was going to show. Let me move this over here real quick so I can share my screen. And let's see, share screen. Which are my sharing window? And let's.
While you're looking for that, someone's asking if I'm putting real estate related stuff with Halloween images. Yes. So I wholeheartedly believe that you can market without saying, hey, I'm a real estate agent. So what I would do is I'll do like hashtag Breeze to Keys, which is my brand for real estate. And it's just a subtle way of staying top of mind. Or you could even chat GPT some verbiage of like, give me some quick, witty, spooky verbiage to go with a Halloween graphic that has a ghost in a hallway. And you'd be surprised. Or a dad joke. Oh my gosh, the Halloween dad jokes. I love those. Those are really great.
I don't even know what a Halloween dad joke is. I was gonna, so we're giving little tips. I do love this. It's promovideos.com, and they have a ton of real estate stuff, a ton for Halloween, and it's just fun stuff.
That's really cute. You could totally use that. How does it work when you stretch it out a little bit more vertical? Like if I wanted to
Actually, they have it in 3 sizes. They have it so you can do it as a reel, as Instagram, or like wide angle for YouTube. So they have it in the 3 versions you pick. And this is for people that don't want to go and try to create all their stuff. You just want to, oh, I like this. Yeah, I'll do this. So here's even, see how they have wide, square, or vertical.
Oh, that's so perfect. You could totally just do that. Or even you do like a house tour and then you add that on the end of it. That's incredible. Great. Now I have another app to download. Thanks.
And it's cool because you can change the colorings, you can add your branding, you can change the verbiage, you can change the videos, you can move the videos around, or you just, yeah, that looks good, we're done. And at the end, it even has the outro, and you can pick different outros. They have spooky ones, and I mean, there's so many different ones. I know I have a lot that I do them and I save them. It'll be even like just silly ones where the 3 most expensive haunted houses in the United States, right? Your branding goes there, and just silly things. But for those that, just, yeah, I just want to click on something and it be done because I don't have time, that can work. And this was when I did the whole magic thing, and I just said, Halloween marketing for a real estate agent.
Really? This was with what the auto generator did on Canva.
Yeah. Yep. So the new magic thing. So I'm not digging the graphics, but I love the text part of it. I was like, okay, I like that. So
and the graphics are easy to swap out too. That's really cool.
Yeah, super easy. So just it gave me all of these as, all of my options. It's still new, but here's just some fun little things that I thought if you do use Canva, definitely. I mean, they have the whole magic thing going on and you can brand it. So this was when I branded it with Remax, and I think it pulled in the I don't even know, because in my brand kit, I don't have blues all first. So I don't know where, it'll pick your brand kit and it'll change all the graphics to your brand.
Oh, that's so cool. So you can stay. So that is huge.
So, but it pulled in all the blues versus, so no reds, the grays, those didn't pull over. But I mean, it's so easy to manipulate and change. But I'm like, well, at least it's a start.
Yeah.
And it's easy to just go into elements and find, backgrounds and change the fonts and stuff like that. But it did, when I clicked the brand, it changed all the text to whatever that brand kit. I probably have Gotham or something. So it did change all that. So just to see the difference in that, but definitely it's worth checking out. It's still new. I tried to do a video. That didn't kind of really work the way I thought it would, or the way the videos were showing it. But I thought, well, at least it's something playing with it. But I mean, you can always, it's been fun just to finally kind of play with everything that Canva has to offer. And even these, I can bring them in to Canva and add more stuff to it, or all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so. And you can even use this for an exit for like an exit image of like all of your contact information at the end of a video leap video. So if you save the vertical frame of that, you just plug it in and your very last clip will be all of your real estate information. So that's huge. So
I have templates in Canva, so it has the outro. So all I have to do is just drag and drop videos and then change it out.
Time saving. Love it. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to get my life, is we're starting to set up templates. And I have a template folder now. Thanks to our last class, Heather. Thanks. I have to organize.
I'm with you. I finally was like, it's been on my list since they did the video, or, did the announcement of it. And I've been like, I have to try this. And
that's awesome. So we have Thanksgiving. I pulled a few things for Hanukkah because down in my geographical area, Hanukkah is pretty relevant. And I know that one can be a little tricky for people to not know how to culturally just have fun with it. And then I've got Thanksgiving stuff. So you want to hop over to Thanksgiving, or what are you thinking? Because if not, I'm going to talk about Halloween the whole time.
So. No, I mean, definitely and Thanksgiving, I like sharing kind of your favorite. I'm just not a big Thanksgiving person, but I do Thankful Thursday. So, I kind of have different quotes around asking what their favorite, dishes and stuff like that is always good.
Yeah.
I don't
totally agree.
Like almost nothing about it.
So on my list of top things I have, and I will say, like you, in our household, we jump from Halloween straight to Christmas, like decorating wise. So I'm not as consciously aware of Thanksgiving as I should be. So some of these, I think I'm actually, if I don't try them this year, it's definitely for next year. One is giving thanks on social media, just thanking, maybe you do a series of that Thanksgiving week of the people who help you in your business and that mean a lot to you. I know pie giveaways are really big for a lot of agents. Those are always really, really great. And speaking of Halloween, you could even do mini pumpkin giveaways too, or even just fall giveaways. You could start that whenever they start releasing the pumpkins in your area. Thanksgiving decor contest could be another one that you run, whether it's on social media, in your office. In our office, we do a Thanksgiving potluck every year. I absolutely love it. It is so great for camaraderie. Everyone brings a dish. We all have different things, and it's fun just to take the afternoon and hang out with people you don't see all the time.
We always used to do the week of thanks because of all the different office locations. So everyone was always welcome. Just had to let us know and bring a dish, and we provided the turkey and the main items for all the offices. So agents can go to every day. They could go to one of the offices to be
That's
able to
awesome.
have a Thanksgiving meal. And I'd love to get some ideas. I know pie's a big thing.
Yeah, pies. You know what this what I'm really excited about, because I think this is totally up my alley, but I would need more time, so I'm going to look at it for next year, is a Thanksgiving recipe ebook. Like whether it's for your brokerage or your clients, just collaborating and asking them, like maybe you started in summertime and then you distribute it with your pop buys or however you want to do it. Like you could even like 3-ring bind it and just give a Thanksgiving cookbook out to everyone. That's huge, because I'm always looking for new recipes during the holidays to test out and try. They might not always taste so good, but I do at least try. You could
You're way
also
better than I am at that kind of stuff. I finally got Thanksgiving. Heck, before I moved to Tennessee, I didn't even cook. It was like if it
I
was
know,
like
it's crazy.
if
You're
Leah
peaceful
wasn't cooking dinner, we were having cereal or
though. This one I really like, which is it's new to me, and well, both of these. One is a Thanksgiving themed home tour, so that could be an option for an open house or a broker's open. And then this one I really liked because it brings in other small businesses. It's you could run a fall in love with your home promotion. So maybe you create like a Thanksgiving promotion where you work with another small business owner, whether it's a painter, a designer, an organizer, whatever, right? And you offer like discounted home improvement services or consultations sessions for people who are looking to do small changes in their home just to have a refresh. Because I know sometimes like I like to paint my house and it just gives like a nice new fresh outlook on the space. So that could be a really good idea of just giving back, or even food drives. I feel like food drives are really good too.
and the same thing. We have a small business Saturday, just like the Black Friday and stuff.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
that's right. Yes, that's perfect for that.
and always if you're not sure, like the whole ebook, that's why I love sharing recipes and stuff like that. And maybe you could even now send out a mass email to all of your people and say, I'm looking to create an ebook of my favorite Thanksgiving dishes. Would you mind sharing one of your family favorite recipes? And, it's kind of cool. And then it's almost like having a book of reviews, but
Yes.
it's literally a book of recipes from your past clients. So that's something you could do that right now, today, to get prepared and have it ready
100%.
for
We
that.
did that for our family on my mom's side of the family, and she constructed these huge family recipe books. And in the recipe books, there's a little story separating. So, like every 10 recipes, there's like a family story of like a little innuendo of something that like her brothers did or a cousin or whatever. It's really stinking cute.
That is a
Um,
good idea. I mean, anytime you can ask for something from past clients, get and just engage with them and then to let them see the finished product and they'll be able to see theirs as well as everybody else. I mean, you just can't go wrong with anything that has to do with that. I do like the recipes,
yeah.
just for ideas and stuff like that.
It's super
Sure.
good. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Hanukkah just because I know it's not something that we think of. So I have a couple graphics, which I lost all my old Hanukkah graphics. I don't know where they are. So I had to recreate one that was my favorite. That was like a spinoff of a song. So for Hanukkah, you could do a Hanukkah lighting ceremony. That might be something that's really special to your clients. Or you could create 8 nights of listings. And it doesn't have to necessarily fall within the Hanukkah. Maybe it's right before, maybe it's during, but maybe you could focus on really prominent community centric Jewish just homes that are important in your area. I know we have quite a few down here. A decor workshop for how are you going to set up to be able to host everyone? What are some of the different things that you could do? Or a gift basket giveaway, or a cooking class, like a virtual cooking class. Like, listen, those little jelly donuts, and I'm not even going to say the name because I'm going to mispronounce it, are like so good that one of my friends has a bakery, and every time that it's a kosher bakery, and every time they have them, I buy a whole box. Like I just can't help myself. They're so good. Or a festival of light photo contest. And graphic wise, I'm like, where are my graphics I just made for them? Because sadly, like I said, I lost them and I don't know where I put them. Here we go. Christmas holiday graphics. Let me go back to present. Share my screen. Let's see if I get this bad boy right this time. And then you. Okay, so this one, my son loved this song. And this was just a dreidel of You Spin Me Right Round. Like it, I'll never forget, we were in an eyeglass appointment and he's on one of those little spinning chairs and he's like 6. Antonio's like 6 years old and he just starts spinning in the chair, right? Because little boys have so much energy. And he screams at the top of his lungs, "You spin me right round." And everyone starts busting out laughing. It was like, oh my gosh, I wish YouTube and stuff was a thing back then. Because this is like, like 2007 or something. Like,
Oh, and I just don't even know enough about the holiday to feel
comfortable
doing much of anything. Like I always, when it comes, like I do acknowledge it, I'll post about it, but I don't feel comfortable because there's so many elements that I just don't know enough about.
Yeah. And you can even ask a friend to help. I think it's really nice that, we all collectively find different ways to communicate. And I just love learning about different cultures. So for me, it was really like, listen, these fried potatoes are really great. What else can I learn here? So you give me food, I'm all in. Tell me the whole story. I want to know. Oh man. So that is my stuff for that. I'll stop sharing and we can Christmas. What are your ideas for Christmas, girl?
Oh my gosh. And I'll just, because there's so many.
There's so many. Oh my gosh. And that thing Kristen did, the 12 days of giveaway, because she's in a small market in Illinois, and it blew up. She did that before COVID and she had such great traction from it. You could even do like 12 days of listings. What do you have?
I know that a lot of agents that have done that where they go live and do the gifting. And I think that's a fantastic idea and good for engagement. Definitely within the different themes for, you can put holiday themes on your closing gifts and stuff like that. Charity drives and parades. There's so many, especially charity drives. I know, especially around Thanksgiving time, like they do all the basket brigades and I know that's got to be big down by you because that's 20, that kind
of. A lot of the offices I work with, we had a tree every year where there would be a kid on it and each agent got to pick a child, which was really cool.
Yeah. Once my kids got old enough to learn how, that they're the helper for Santa, after that, they helped every year go shopping to be Santa's helper. So that was kind of like, well, now you're old enough to know, and now you're one of the helpers along with mom. And now we're going to go shopping. And I think it was a really great experience for them because, here they are with, I want the Xbox. I want this. I want this. I want this. And the kid they're shopping for is like, I want socks. I want a jacket. I want shoes. And I think that was very eye-opening for them to really see what they have versus what others want on their list and stuff like that.
100%. One year I did the Santa letters. That was really cool. I forget, gosh, I'd have to go back in my notes and figure out how I did it, but I pushed it out. I think I used a Google form to do it just to gather the information. And then I had a template for a letter from Santa and we just mailed it out to all of whoever filled out the form. And that was really cute and great. It did not turn into business for me, but that doesn't mean that it won't turn into something for you. Another friend of mine did at the office, they had Santa come and all of the clients got to come and take pictures with Santa Claus. And she had like hot cocoa and stuff for the kids to do. It was super cute. So that could be another. You could even do that at a listing.
Yeah, a lot of offices. I know one year we had our Christmas party at one of the, an agent's listing that was a very nice, expensive house. I mean, that I had to try to plan that, and they ended up renting it the week before Christmas. And I was like, but luckily they were awesome. So at least I had the trees and everything. And they flew to a different state to go to dinner. So they weren't in our way. It's like, oh,
That's awesome.
must be nice.
I really like this one just because it is not my forte. Listen, I know I'm creative. I am not the artsy crafts like teacher creative, like these people that make this really cool stuff at home. My gingerbread houses almost always fall apart. So
I can't do it. I can't.
you could do like a gingerbread making contest of the best house listed for sale, or you could even host like one time for Antonio's friends. I went to Target and bought like, I don't know, like 10 little gingerbread houses, and they sat at the dining room table and they all just made their little gingerbread. You could do that as well. Wrapping paper pop-bys are huge. I did that once. Oh my gosh, my clients absolutely loved it. That was really, and they're like cheap. You can go to like the dollar store or something.
I know my office in Florida, the admins volunteer and they stay kind of later after hours and they wrap presents for donations for Children's Miracle Network.
Oh.
And I love that because I absolutely hate wrapping presents. I'm not very good at it. So it was just easier. Like everything was always delivered to the office anyway. So it's like, here you go.
Right.
Put the name tags on and be just fine.
Right.
So if you're an office agent, I mean, what a great way to be able to take donations to have your team or, admins. I know a lot of people are always willing to do that kind of stuff. And we just, as in our training room, anybody was able, all the agents could let all their people know so that anybody could come to the office and do that if they wanted to. So I think charities are a great way to give back. And, as an office, as a single agent, as a family, and being able to post that. And I mean, I think anytime you're giving back to the community you live in, you can never go wrong with anything like that. Again, the movies are great. And I know at Christmas time,
Elf.
they always play the older movies and you can just rent the theater and just
correct. Well, some theaters too. So there's a theater by us called Silver Spot, and we looked into it because that's an idea we were going to do this year for client appreciation. And I think when we did the math, it was only gonna be like $1,200, but it's like up to like 100 people or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like nothing. And it gave like popcorn and they gave drinks. And what was cool about this particular theater is they allow you, if you have access to a streaming device, you can play anything you want. So we have Elf before you could find it anywhere. We ended up buying it because I watch it so much on Amazon Prime. So we own it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and we just have to hook up the Amazon Prime account, and then they'll stream it in the movie theater.
That's a good idea. Yeah, so once you get a couple vendors, and then all you do is you have tables, and then we have Reese's, M&Ms, like all these different fun. Where you have a popcorn bar, but it's all of those other little fun things that, gummies and all of that stuff that you put inside the popcorn. Kids love that because like, what? Not just popcorn.
I'm all about sugaring people's kids up and sending them home. I love doing that.
Let's see. Oh, a home decorating contest. But again, I do a lot of the blogs that will have, a blog where the parades are, a blog of all the location of, basically almost like a roadmap to a tour around the area with all of the there's always houses and places that go all out and neighborhoods that go all out. I know, where I'm from, there would be like an entire subdivision and it should be a part of the HOA or prerequisite. If you're looking to buy a house, like you
have to decorate for the holidays.
Literally, they will put the pipes with the lights. So you're going through a tunnel, like the entire subdivision does this. It's so insane.
That's awesome. And you can take that idea. If blogging's not your thing, you could do a vlog, and you could do like that, the account that I was telling y'all about where you could just say, here are the holiday houses to look for in the community if you're out and about looking for holidays one night. Like, I know that was my favorite thing about Christmas Eve as a kid growing up, is my parents always took me to go look at lights before I had to go to bed, because Santa was coming. But yeah, it would be really fun.
And speaking of, that's another one, is what are your family traditions? So for me,
Yes.
Christmas Eve for 17 years until I moved, every Christmas Eve was when I would get both sides of the families together, like my parents, my in-laws, and the brothers and sisters and all of our kids. So it was just very more intimate, just us. And we did like that Secret Santa. So it was like the gag gift. And there'd always be like a gag gift that would always make that reappearance because it was a really bad gag gift. So I was like, who's going to get stuck with it this year? And I remember one for probably 7 years, it was like a coffee mug that was a toilet. And and that always came back for 7 years. And then one of the kids, like once you turn 13, you get to go to the adult side. And he loved it and he kept it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's been coming around since you were like 2. And now you're keeping it. Now what do we do? So, I mean, before that, like me growing up, we would do that. And there was this, I don't even know, it was an ashtray out of a hoof. And I don't even know. It was just one of those kind of weird gag gifts, but throughout the year, it would kind of be spotted. So just like Elizabeth Baker has those mystery underwear that's kind of popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how my family was with this ashtray that was like a deer hoof or something. Like it was literally like fur or whatever. And like, when we go to our summer vacations, like it'd be sitting on somebody's pillow. So throughout the year, it would just, whoever got stuck with it would hide it throughout the year at family events. So I love hearing about other people's traditions and what they do, whether it be, any of the holidays, but I feel there's so many. I have a lot more for, Christmas time than anything else. And I'm trying to see anything else. I love the photo with Santa. I know some that do even the pets with Santa.
Oh my gosh, that's so up my alley.
I love the jars of hot chocolate. I know there's a lot of agents that do Popeyes. And I was trying to look to see if anyone is bringing, all that fun stuff. Let's see. Adult drinks. Let's see. I just saw adult drinks and I love my moonshine stroll. So, booze box. Oh,
booze box. That's a good idea.
That one down. Booze box.
Well, like the you've been booed. That was like a thing that started circulating where you would boo someone and you got to boo someone else.
Yes.
There you go. That's really cool.
Ooh, for New Year's.
That would be huge. Very cool. So I want to go ahead.
Yeah, because the whole moonshine thing. I mean, I don't drink a lot, but I do like moonshine. Well, I mean, I'm close to Gatlinburg, and everybody always go to Gatlinburg, and I'm like, I only do the moonshine stroll. I don't do anything else. I don't know what to do for kids.
So I'll show you guys a couple graphics that I've done over the years too, just to help get those, creativity stuff flowing. I think it's this one. Yep. Share. Here we go. So let's do this. It's going to come off a little. There we go. So this was actually there's a Thanksgiving one I did that I just added. This was a corporate done graphic for us for Thanksgiving. And then I just added, we have these corporate movable stickers and I put that on it, but you can find stickers anywhere. And there we go. This was another graphic that I found. This could be a stock image. And that app I was telling y'all about, Motion Leap, it has Christmas lights in it. So all I did was place with my fingers. It took me like 3 minutes to make. I positioned the Christmas lights around the house. And then I did what's called an overlay where it looks like it's falling over it. And I did snow. So it looks like it's a snowing gingerbread house. It's so cute.
I love that. I mean, I've seen like the snow. I love the Christmas lights.
Yeah. And this one was in an app called Photofy. I think it was just a transparent 100% that Grinch. And so I took it to a whole other level. And it was when that song came out, that Lizzo song. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
Oh, that's fun. I have Googled. I'm pretty sure on remaxmarketing.com you can get the signs, because I have the signs, and then I just put our office, the office information or whatnot.
100%. And there's so much you can do. Like I made this New Year's one before I agree to 2021. I need to see the terms and conditions because that was when everything was crazy.
Right. Yeah. Well, 1,000% yes.
Yep. And then since I live in Florida, I had to do let it snow somewhere else because if you know me, you know that if it's 75 degrees or below, I freeze. I am like an iguana. So this was
Just don't go falling from trees.
The what?
I said, don't go falling from trees.
Yeah, no, I can't. Nope. And then this one I actually bought stock images from and I used some other things. So I get some creative ideas from Etsy. And this was just a shirt that was on Etsy that I took the verbiage from and rewrote, or maybe I copied and pasted. This was from a different graphic that I copied and pasted. But see, I added this, I added a few other little things, and you can even, the cool thing that you may not know when you're creating this stuff is Canva has shadows. So if you want something to look like there's a shadow, you go to elements and you search for shadow, and look, there's like a little shadow now under the dog and stuff. It's so cute.
Oh, that is perfect.
I get really easily amused.
And I even love all the ones where it has like, blah, 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 the information, like Santa's looking for a new house, Santa's busy, call me, or, there's so many play on, even if you just go to Google and do a search. I need to go use Bard more because Bard will give me graphics, which is the Google.
And you know who's really been playing around with that is Ramsey. He's been doing personal family photos and trying to turn them into like AI.
I have not done anything with the AI with that level of photo stuff because that's the stuff that kind of freaks me out. And it freaks me out.
They never get the fingers right.
No, not necessarily for me. It freaks me out for my kids and their kids, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Just with that level of where it's going, only because, gosh, I mean, when we were kids, you have your secret word, so no one, can say your mom did this. But without that kind of artificial intelligence, where somebody can sound like you or someone can look like you, like that's the part that kind of freaks me out for my kids. Like I don't know in my lifetime that it'll get to any sort of level. Yeah, Bard is the Google version of like Chat GPT. I know it was, I don't know if it's open to all yet. I know it was on like you had to register and invitation only. I've only played with it a few times. I just don't like it. Will give you like a full article and have photos of the information, but I would never, I'm afraid people will actually use those photos and because, well, they gave it to me and it's like, don't you, it, to me, it's still like going on Google and searching for a photo and using it. And that freaks me out.
Totally. But there's a ton of stock images out there, y'all. And even if our phones are huge. Like I have taken really pretty picturesque photos of the beach and stuff that I use in my marketing. You can do that if it snows in your area or if there's a pretty forest or just there's inspiration everywhere. Someone says that they have to dress up as a cat this year. Their family's making them. I love it. Make sure to walk around with your like real estate marketing while you do it.
My cousin has a cat and one of the bunny ones. The guy, the Christmas Story. He does both because he's like a total cat, a freak on cat. It's kind of like,
it's his thing.
Am I really related to you? Because that's kind of scary right there. It's me. I'm the cat. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, we don't know, but that's great. We're gonna have to go on Facebook.
We'll see it when we get done for sure.
But yeah, there's endless opportunities, endless things you could do. What I always recommend for everyone is do what feels the most natural to you. Like think about how you spend your holidays and what you gravitate towards. Because if you take one of these ideas or these suggestions and you're like, that's it, that's what I'm going to do, but it doesn't resonate with your personality, it will not come off as authentic and genuine as you would like it to, because you're forcing yourself to do it. So there is such a wide array of things to do during the holiday season. Just even if you just marinate this year and you're like, all right, well, this is great information, but I'm just not ready yet. It's okay. Start planning for next year and start thinking about what will work for you. And you can take this holiday season to help you build your awareness of what you gravitate towards that you like during the holidays and what you don't like during the holidays. Oh my gosh, can someone please do though like a listing video that's like in the snow and make it like a Hallmark Christmas movie? I would love that. Thanks.
So I guess that was Ramsey.
Oh, it was Ramsey. Hi, Ramsey.
Ramsey's the cat.
He is great, guys. You have to start paying attention to what he's been posting in the Your Creative Hustle group. He is a madman when it comes to his marketing, and it may kind of sound like he's going off the deep end when he talks to you, but there is literally a really great science to what he does. I'm thoroughly impressed all the time.
I think because his marketing goes with him and his personality, and that's just like what you were saying. Like if it's not you, it won't come off right. If
right,
you know, I mean, it just has to be you, and then it's authentic. It's funny because you know him, and it makes it even better because that's just who you are and what you do and all that fun stuff. But this was a lot of good stuff. I want to see more comments below as others start watching this. What do you do? What's your biggest takeaway? All of that fun stuff. And then next month is the Marketing on the Go. And I know you are the go-to with all of these cool apps that you use. I only use like a couple because I sit at a desktop in my she shed all day. So I only have a couple apps that I go to because my eyes are not getting any better. My mom said, just wait till you turn 40. Haha, you won't be laughing at me anymore. And I'm like, yeah, crap. I didn't know it was going to happen that fast. But so next month is all about marketing on the go. Lots of great apps. I can't wait for that. Any last words of wisdoms?
Yeah. Last words of wisdom, I will say, and we will list all the apps again. It has to feel right. I think the hardest part for people is not understanding that there is a scientific creative process, and give yourself number one grace and allow yourself to start percolating. And I call it marinating. If you know me, you'll hear me say it all the time. It's okay that your step one is different than someone else's step one. And if you're a little intimidated this year, that's okay. Just push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone. So then next year you'll be ready for whatever marketing you want to do. And allow yourself to marinate and experiment. Oh my gosh, experiment. Heather can tell you, you've known me for so long. You have seen like the shift and the evolution of my creativity. Like you just change as you grow. So
always, because I know every year I have different fonts I like. My color themes kind of change. I mean, we just evolve in business. We evolve in our marketing. There's so many new tools that are always coming out. So it's just a matter of playing with it. And just like I always like, even when it came to video, it's progress, not perfection. And you will learn I don't use all the funny, the cool apps. I don't really have time for it. I use whatever app I'm building something in. So I'm using Instagram, I'm using Facebook, whatever it may be, just time wise, for me. But it's a matter of finding the tools that work, playing with it. I use my dog and my Jeeps account to practice videos. Like it didn't matter. It was non-threatening. So just play. Don't be afraid to play. And just when I have to sit in front of TV watching stupid shows, to spend time with my husband, even though he's probably doing a puzzle on his iPad.
You're playing.
That's what I'm doing. I'm playing on my phone. I'm like, well, at least I'm sitting here and I'm not in bed. So
correct. And the apps we like are Stock Photos, Pixelbay. I like 123RF. Promo.com is a good one for the stock videos, Heather said. And there is an app developer. It's called Lightricks. If you really want to see all of the apps they have, lightricks.com, I think it is. And they have Motion Leap, which is where you can just enhance solid photos, which I use for my listings all the time, especially for like coming soon photos. Motion Leap is the one that I use. Light Leap is the one I use for my photos. I think I said Motion Leap. Sorry about that. Light Leap I use for my listing photos. Motion Leap, I will take a graphic, even if it's a branded stock graphic that your company came out with for like the holiday or whatever, you can add elements to it. So like the Christmas lights, a spooky ghost, whatever it is, I use that. And then Video Leap is really great to have just plug and play templates. Like it'll say you need 12 clips for this particular template. You put 12 clips in there and it makes a pretty video and you're done.
Which is like the CapCut and all that.
Yes, it's just like CapCut. I haven't actually, Ramsey was telling me to play around with CapCut, and I actually just deleted it off my phone because I have too many apps and my phone yelled at me. So now I might go back and add it again.
I think I ran in the same, at least on Instagram, I can see which of my videos are vertical to know which ones to choose. Whereas I don't really know that when I'm trying to use the CapCut. But I do love the templates, but I also hate that I can't do my own without the template. But at least I got all my music back now. So I'm back to, I do everything right inside of whatever program I'm creating it in. But
I love it.
But that's all great stuff. And of course, you guys know how to find us if you have any further questions. And
so next month, we're doing On the Go, and then December is the business planning one, right?
Yep.
Okay, so next month, On the Go creative apps, and then December, we're doing business plan, marketing plan, just getting you ready for 2024.
Yep. That's awesome. Well, thank you everyone for watching. It was always a fun class. I love the holidays. So thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.